chosen soul of light. Welcome back home. If you are reading these words right now, this is no accident. Something deeper than chance has led you here. Your spirit already knows what your mind is about to understand. Take a breath. Settle into this moment. Because what you are about to hear was written for you before you even clicked. The heavens have been watching your journey. Every tear you thought went unseen. Every prayer you whispered into the void. Every moment you felt forgotten. And now the silence is breaking. For the past 2 hours, Archangel Michael has been standing guard over a truth that concerns you directly. Not someday, not eventually, right now. A revelation has surfaced. Something hidden in shadows has been brought into the light, and you are the center of it all. Someone was caught. Yes, caught in the act of something that will change how you see your recent past. But before I tell you what happened, I need you to know this is not a story about betrayal. This is a story about protection. This is about how heaven intervenes when earthly intentions cross sacred boundaries. There was a man. He was hired, paid to follow you, to study you, to observe the patterns of your life from a distance. Not with violence, not with hatred, but with a strange kind of obsession wrapped in curiosity. Someone in your orbit, someone you may have once trusted or loved or simply known, wanted answers. They wanted to understand why you changed, why you withdrew, why your energy shifted. And instead of coming to you with honesty, they chose secrecy. They sent someone to watch. If this shakes you, let it. The truth often does. But keep listening, because the story does not end where you think. The investigator, this man who accepted money to trace your steps, he was no stranger to the darker side of human nature. He had done this work before. Following people, gathering information, delivering reports to those who paid for secrets. But when he began tracking you, something unexpected happened. He could not explain it at first. It started small. A photograph he took of you, completely unaware, sitting alone in a quiet space. Your face in that image, it stopped him. He said later, it felt like the photograph was looking back at him, like a prayer had been captured in a single frame. Not a prayer spoken aloud, but one lived in silence. He tried to continue the assignment. He followed you to places you went, watched the way you moved through the world, with a kind of calm he could not understand. No drama, no chaos, just presence. And that presence disturbed him in a way nothing else had. One evening, while reviewing his notes, he broke down. Alone in his car, staring at images of you simply existing, he wept. This was not guilt. This was conviction. He felt the weight of what he was doing, and more than that, he felt the weight of who you are. He realized he was not observing an ordinary person. He was witnessing someone under divine covering, and so he stopped. He did not deliver his findings. He did not report back to the one who hired him. Instead, he disappeared from the assignment and left a handwritten note, anonymous, brief, but piercing. It read, "The one you are searching for is not hiding anything. But you are. Stop before heaven gets involved." That note was the moment everything shifted. That is when Michael, the archangel who guards and defends, stepped into this situation, not to punish, but to announce. Because your covering was never lifted, not once. If you feel this message speaking directly into your soul, go ahead and leave a comment below. Just type the word "covered," so I know this resonated with you. Do not hold back. Let your response be part of your testimony. Now, let me be clear about something. You have been protected in ways you cannot see. When you were praying and it felt like the ceiling was blocking your words, your prayers were heard. When you cried yourself to sleep, believing you were alone. Angels stood watch. When people misunderstood your silence and called it coldness, heaven called it wisdom. You were not abandoned. You were being refined. The fire you walked through was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal what you are made of. And now the world is about to see it too. The person who sent the investigator, they are dealing with something now they did not anticipate: conviction. Not the kind that leads to apology right away, but the kind that keeps you awake at night, that haunts your thoughts, that makes you question every choice that led to this moment. They thought they lost you forever, and in desperation, they tried to pull you back through control instead of through truth. They misjudged who you have become, because you are not the same person they remember. You have been reshaped. What they saw as weakness, heaven saw as preparation. What they saw as retreat, heaven saw as repositioning. And here is what you need to understand. This moment, this revelation, it is not about making you afraid or paranoid. It is about waking you up to the reality of your spiritual authority. You carry something that makes people react. Some are drawn to it, some are disturbed by it, some cannot explain it, but they feel it when they are near you. That is not your imagination. That is the anointing. That is the presence of the Most High resting on your life. And when heaven marks you, the world takes notice, even if they do not understand why. The investigator, after he walked away from the job, he did something most would not expect. He found a church. He went to a service. He sat in the back and listened. And during the altar call, he walked forward. He gave his life to something greater than the darkness he had been serving, all because he encountered your spirit in a photograph. Think about that. He never even spoke to you, but your presence alone was enough to redirect his entire path. That is the power you carry, not loud, not forceful, but undeniable, and the enemy knows it. That is why there have been attacks. That is why people have misunderstood you. That is why you have felt isolated at times, because isolation is often the womb of transformation. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Now someone is coming back, the one who sent the investigator. They are preparing to approach you again, but this time it will not be through shadows. This time it will be face to face, and you need to be ready. Not with bitterness, not with vengeance, but with discernment. Because forgiveness does not mean blindness. You can forgive and still set boundaries. You can show grace and still protect your peace. Heaven is not asking you to be naive. Heaven is asking you to be wise. If you are still with me, take a second and hit that like button. Let the algorithm know this message matters, and if you have not subscribed yet, now is the time, because there is more coming, more revelation, more truth, more breakthrough. You do not want to miss what is next. Let me speak to your heart for a moment. You have been carrying wounds that others inflicted and then walked away from. They moved on while you were left to heal. That is not fair, and heaven sees that. But here is the mystery. Those wounds, those betrayals, those moments of abandonment, they did not happen by accident. They happened on purpose. Not because God caused them, but because God allowed them, knowing what they would produce in you. Romans 8:28 reminds us that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. All things, even the painful ones, even the confusing ones, even the ones that almost broke you. You were taken into the wilderness, not as punishment, but as protection. While the world was moving fast, you were learning to be still. While others were chasing noise, you were cultivating silence. And in that silence, something holy was happening. You were being rooted, You were being grounded. You were being fortified from the inside out. The peace you now carry was not given cheaply. It cost you something. It cost you relationships that were not built to last. It cost you opportunities that were not aligned with your destiny. It cost you versions of yourself that needed to die so the real you could emerge. And now the time of hiding is ending. The season of obscurity is closing. What was done in secret is about to be made public, not for your shame, but for your glory, because the world needs to see what happens when someone refuses to quit, when someone keeps praying even when the answer is delayed, when someone keeps believing even when the evidence says otherwise. You are that proof. You are that testimony. And your story is not over. It is just beginning to make sense. Think about Joseph, thrown into a pit by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. Years of waiting, wondering if God had forgotten him. But every pit was preparation. Every prison was positioning. And when the time came, he was not just freed, he was promoted. From prisoner to prince in a single day, that is what God does. He does not just restore, he elevates. He does not just heal, he promotes. And your elevation is coming. Think about David, anointed as king but stuck in a shepherd's field, facing giants while his brothers watched from the sidelines, running for his life while the current king hunted him down. Years of hiding in caves, leading a band of broken men, wondering when the promise would come to pass. But all of it, every battle, every betrayal, every narrow escape, it was training. It was building the king he needed to become, and when he finally took the throne, no one could question whether he was ready. The wilderness had prepared him. That is your story too. You have been in the wilderness. You have been in the cave. You have been in the waiting room, but you have not been wasting time. You have been getting ready. Every lonely night taught you to depend on God instead of people. Every closed door taught you to trust his timing instead of your own understanding. Every betrayal taught you to guard your heart without closing it completely. You are not the same person who entered this season. You are stronger, wiser, more rooted, and the world is about to see the difference. The Lord says this to you today: I never left you. I was in the waiting room with you. I was in the sleepless nights with you. I was in the tears you thought no one saw. And I am in this moment right now, reminding you that you are not a victim. You are a victor. The battle was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to display me through you. And now, chosen one, walk forward with your head up. Walk forward knowing you are covered. Walk forward knowing the attacks that came against you only confirmed what heaven already knew. You are worth fighting for. Let me tell you about the person who is coming back. They have been rehearsing conversations in their mind. They have been imagining how you will respond. They are nervous because they know they crossed a line. They know they violated something sacred. And now they are realizing that desperation led them to make decisions that dishonor mixed with curiosity produced. They are scared, not of you, but of what they might have lost forever. And that fear is actually the beginning of their own transformation. Do not rush to fix them. Do not rush to make it easy. Let the weight of their choices do its work. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let someone feel the full consequence of what they have done. They are going to show up differently than before. You will see it in their eyes. There will be humility there that was not present the last time. There will be a brokenness that looks different from manipulation. But even genuine remorse does not automatically mean restoration. Even real change does not mean the relationship goes back to what it was. Some things, once broken, are meant to stay broken. not because you are unforgiving, but because God is protecting you from rebuilding what He already tore down for your good. Listen for His voice above their words. Listen for His peace above your emotions. If God says rebuild, then rebuild slowly, with new boundaries, with new expectations, with eyes wide open. Do not ignore red flags because you want to believe in their transformation. Transformation is proven over time, not in a moment. Watch their actions more than their words. Do anyone can say sorry? Not everyone can show sorry through changed behavior. Give them space to prove it, and give yourself space to heal enough to even discern clearly. You do not owe anyone immediate reconciliation just because they finally decided to apologize. But here is what you must also remember. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. It is the key that unlocks the prison you did not know you were in. When you hold on to bitterness, you give the person who hurt you continued access to your peace. You let them live in your mind rent-free. And chosen one, your mind is too valuable for that. Your peace is too precious for that. So when the time comes, and it will come soon, forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness does not mean trust is automatically restored. Forgiveness simply means you release the debt they owe you, and you hand it to God. You let heaven handle what you were never meant to carry. And when you do that, something shifts. The atmosphere around you changes. Doors that were closed begin to open. Favor that was delayed begins to flow. Relationships that are meant for you start to appear, because forgiveness creates space for the new. There is a difference between forgiving someone and giving them access again. You can forgive from a distance. You can wish them well without being in their life. You can release the anger without returning to the relationship. Some people are only meant to be in your story for a chapter, not the whole book. And trying to keep them longer than their assignment damages both of you. It keeps you stuck in old patterns, and it keeps them from facing the lessons they need to learn. Let go when it is time. Grieve what you thought it would be. Thank God for what it taught you. And walk forward into what is actually waiting for you. Forgiveness is not a one-time decision. It is something you might have to choose again and again, especially in the beginning. There will be days when you think you have moved on, and then something will trigger the memory and the anger will rise up again. That is normal. That is human. Do not shame yourself for it. Just bring it back to God every time it surfaces. Say, Lord, I thought I released this, but it is coming up again. Help me give it to you one more time. He never gets tired of that prayer. He never rolls his eyes at your process. He walks with you through every wave of emotion until the waves get smaller and farther apart. Go ahead and drop a comment if you have ever had to forgive someone who never even apologized. Let me know I am not alone in this message. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to take that step. There is something I need to address before we go further. Some of you watching this have been afraid that you missed your moment. You feel like you took too long to heal, too long to forgive, too long to move forward. And now you are wondering if God moved on without you. Let me put that fear to rest right now. You have not missed anything. God does not operate on the world's timeline. He operates on purpose. And your purpose does not expire because you took time to heal. In fact, the delay was part of the plan. The waiting was part of the preparation. And everything you went through, every tear, every setback, every closed door, it was all setting the stage for what is coming next. Heaven does not waste anything, not your pain, not your time, not your tears. It all gets woven into the tapestry of your testimony, and when people see what you become after everything you survived, they will not be able to deny that God is real. Your life will be proof. Your peace will be proof. Your joy will be proof. And that is why the enemy fought you so hard. Because he knew what you would become if you made it through. And you did. You are still here, still standing, still believing. And that alone is a miracle. Now listen closely, because this next part is crucial. You are entering a season where discernment will be more important than charisma, where wisdom will matter more than opportunity. Not every door that opens is meant for you to walk through. Not every person who shows interest is meant to be in your life. Not every invitation is an assignment. And you are going to have to learn to say no without guilt. You are going to have to learn to protect your peace without apology. You are going to have to learn that your time, your energy, your presence are valuable, and not everyone has earned access. The old version of you said yes to everything because you did not want to disappoint people. The old version of you stayed in spaces longer than you should have because you did not want to seem rude. The old version of you gave pieces of yourself to people who never intended to give anything back. But that version is gone. You have been upgraded, and this new version of you understands that boundaries are not walls, they are gates, and you get to decide who comes in and who stays out. Let me give you practical wisdom for this season. First, learn to pause before you respond. When someone asks for your time, your energy, your presence, do not answer immediately. Say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." That pause gives you space to pray, to think, to feel whether this is aligned with where God is taking you. Second, pay attention to how you feel around certain people. Do you feel drained after spending time with them? Do you feel like you have to perform or edit yourself? Do you feel peace or unease? Your body knows before your mind catches up. Trust those signals. Third, watch for patterns. If someone only calls when they need something, if they dismiss your boundaries, if they gaslight you when you speak your truth, that is not confusion. That is information. Believe what people show you, not just what they say. Fourth, create space in your life for what you actually want, not just what everyone else needs from you. If you want peace, you have to remove chaos. If you want growth, you have to let go of what keeps you small. If you want healthy relationships, you have to release toxic ones. You cannot hold on to everything and expect something new to fit. Make room. Fifth, speak life over yourself daily. The words you say to yourself matter. Stop calling yourself names the enemy would use. Stop agreeing with every negative thought that crosses your mind. Start declaring truth. I am loved. I am protected. I am chosen. I am walking in purpose. I am not behind. I am right on time. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your reality. 6. Tend to your body as if it houses something sacred, because it does. Rest when you are tired, instead of pushing through. Nourish yourself with food that actually fuels you. Move your body in ways that feel good, not punishing. Your body has carried you through storms. Honor it. 7th, simplify your surroundings. Clutter in your space creates clutter in your mind. Clear what no longer serves you. Donate what you are holding on to out of guilt. Organize what remains. Let your environment reflect who you are becoming, not who you used to be. 8th, return to the things that bring you joy, not productivity, not usefulness. Joy. Maybe it is painting, writing, cooking, gardening, singing, whatever it is, do it without needing to monetize it or justify it. Let it just be something that makes you feel alive. Ninth, protect your mornings. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Do not reach for your phone first thing. Do not scroll through problems before you have even thanked God for waking you up. Start with gratitude. Start with prayer. Start with something that centers you. Give God the first fruits of your attention. 10th, be okay with being misunderstood. Not everyone is going to get you, and that is fine. You are not called to make sense to everyone. You are called to obey God. And when you do that, some people will love you for it, and some will be confused by it. Let them be confused. Your assignment is not to everyone. It is to those who have ears to hear. So when that person comes back, when they approach you with their rehearsed apology and their hopeful eyes, do not let emotion override discernment. Feel what you feel. Yes, acknowledge the history. Yes, but do not make a decision in that moment. Step back, pray. Ask God to show you the truth behind their words. Ask Him to reveal whether this is genuine repentance or just regret that they got caught. Ask Him to give you clarity and then wait for the answer. It will come, not always in words, but in peace. You will know, your spirit will know, and if the answer is to walk away, do it with grace. If the answer is to set firm boundaries, do it with love. If the answer is to give them a chance, do it with wisdom. But whatever you do, do not go back to who you were before. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. Do not dim your light to ease their guilt. You have been through too much to go backwards. You have grown too much to regress. Stand firm in who you have become and trust that the right people will celebrate that, not fear it. Before we close, I want to pray with you. Wherever you are right now, I want you to receive these words, not just as information, but as activation. Let this prayer wash over you. Let it settle into the deepest parts of your heart. And if you agree with what I am about to say, I want you to say Amen out loud. Let your voice agree with heaven. Father, I come before you now on behalf of every person hearing these words. Lord, you see them. You know their story. You know what they have walked through, what they have survived, what they are still processing. And today, I ask that you flood their heart with the assurance of your presence. Let them feel you right now in this moment. Remind them that they were never alone. Remind them that every tear was collected, every prayer was heard, every silent cry reached your throne. God, I pray for healing over their mind. Heal the places where trust was broken. Heal the places where words cut deep. Heal the memories that still sting when they surface. Pour your oil over every wound and let it bring both comfort and closure. Let them know that healing is not linear. It is okay to have good days and hard days. It is okay to still feel the weight of what happened, but let them also know that the weight is lifting, little by little, day by day. They are being restored. I pray for protection over their spirit. Let no weapon formed against them prosper. Let every tongue that rises in judgment be proven wrong. Let every scheme of the enemy fall flat. Let every attack meant to destroy them backfire and become a testimony instead. Cover them, Lord. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Let your angels encamp around them. Let Michael stand guard as he has been. Let no harm come near their dwelling. I pray for discernment in this season. Give them eyes to see beyond what is presented. Give them ears to hear what is not being said. Give them a spirit that senses the truth beneath the surface. Do not let them be